The Akwa Ibom State Governor, Umar Eno, has directed all commissioners and political appointees to either join him in his planned defection to the All Progressives Congress, also known as the APC, or resign from their positions. During the State Executive Council meeting on Thursday, the governor expressed concerns over internal crisis within the People's Democratic Party, stating that he could no longer guarantee a seamless electoral process within the party. He emphasized the necessity for loyalty amongst his cabinet members, indicating that those unwilling to join him in the APC should prepare to resign upon his formal announcement of defection. The governor likened the PDP to a faulty aircraft, suggesting it's prudent to switch to a more reliable platform to ensure political success. He asserted that the state's achievements under his administration would secure electoral victory regardless of the party's affiliation, but highlighted the need for a stable national platform. Governor Eno's move has sparked discussions about political realignment ahead of the 2027 general elections, with implications for both state and national politics. Let's also tell you that former Senate President Bukola Saraki has reaffirmed his commitment to the People's Democratic Party amidst ongoing leadership dispute, emphasizing efforts to unify and strengthen the party ahead of 2027 election. Following a strategy meeting in Enugu with Governor Peter Mba and Senators Siriake Dixon and Ibrahim Dakwambo, Saraki addressed the internal challenges facing the party, particularly the contention over the national secretary position between Samuel Anyanwu and Sunday Ude Okoye, despite the Supreme Court's recent affirmation of Anyanwu as the rightful national secretary. The party continues to express internal division or experience internal divisions, as he further expressed his belief in the party's values and potentially acknowledging the challenges ahead, but emphasizing the party's capacity to overcome them. The PDP's leadership is actively working to resolve internal conflicts and present a united front as the 2027 general election approaches. Now, our focus tonight, however, will be ahead of 2027 elections. Atiku, Obi, ElRufai, others in talks to form a coalition. I was speaking with Dr. Auwal Abdullahi Aliyu, is the President, Northern Consensus Movement of Nigeria. I'd also be speaking to Rufus Aiyenigba, is the National Publicity Secretary of the SDP. At some point, we'll switch gears to talk about federal government filing criminal defamation charges against Senator Natasha. I'll be speaking with Kudus Alalafia, as a legal practitioner. I'd also be talking with Isaiah Davis Ijele, the press secretary for the SDP, Kogi State. Welcome. I am Dakbo Adegboye. This is Politics HQ. Let's get some answers. Nigeria's former Vice President Atiku Abubakar, Peter Obi, and also Nasir El-Rufai might be in talks to form a coalition ahead of 2027 election. The opposition leaders have agreed to adopt the African Democratic Congress, as reported by Bloomberg, as their primary coalition platform to challenge President Bola Tinubu. The coalition aims to unseat President Tinubu and ensure his return to Lagos in 2027, as stated by ElRufai. Now, joining me to discuss this is, of course, the Dr. Auwal Abdullahi Aliyu is the president of the Northern Consensus Movement, and also Rufus Aiyenigba is the National Publicity Secretary of the SDP. Thank you for your time, Mr. Rufus.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate you.
All right. Let me start by asking you as regards these talks of a coalition. Well, we understand that the SDP, in a way, seems to distance itself from this. Can you just shed more light on the position of your party as regards these talks?
Regarding the coalition or what?
Yes.
Okay, thank you so much. It is gratifying for us the SDP that the party has become the darling of Nigerians. It's been that occupied that position more than 30 years ago when Nigerians trooped en masse to elect his candidate, the late Nasir Abiola, as president. And today, 32, 33 years down the line, the issues of providing leadership, good governance, and making lives truly better for Nigerians these issues are revolving around the SDP. People are looking at the SDP as the credible alternative to what we have. And so for us in the party, we're happy for that. We're happy for the attention. We're happy for the national attention that our party is getting. Regarding coalition talks and all of that, yes, it didn't start today. There's been talk, there's been movement, conversations around this issue for a period of time. And but the whole thing is now coalescing and becoming crystal clear that SDP is the go-to party as far as the issue of coalition, working together, getting credible platform through which patriotic Nigerians can come together and provide a better alternative to what we have.
Okay, because we also know that the former Kaduna State Governor, Nasir El-Rufai, has joined your party, and he has been very, very vocal when it comes to this issue of a coalition. I mean, your party, what's your party's position on this? Is it open to it, or is it saying, you know what, we would not like to merge with other political parties, we just want to stand aloof and maintain our values?
That the SDP has become the central focus in the whole of this. Yes, the party received, His Excellency former Governor El-Rufai joined the party, and other people are also coming in. And together, we're trying to strengthen the party and make it more formidable to face the task ahead of us. And so, regarding the issue of people merger talks and all, we are not in the merger talks with any political party. The party is running independently, going to 2027. People we welcome patriotic Nigerians, credible individuals who feel that, yes, the SDP is the place to be for us to work together, to join forces with us and go into the election in 2027. So we are happy that, yes, we are the focus, the SDP is the focus of whatever people consider to be the needful regarding strengthening opposition and putting a formidable platform forward to go into 2027. So, but we are not into any merger talk. We are not prepared for any merger talks. We are open to members joining us to strengthen the party, for us to work together and provide a very strong candidate who can win election for us in 2027.
All right, Mr. Aiyenigba, thank you for that. Of course, will I call it a revelation right now, and of course your take on this. But let me bring into the conversation right now Dr. Auwal Abdullahi Aliyu, the president of the Northern Consensus Movement of Nigeria. Thank you for your time.
Thank you for having me.
All right, let's get straight to it, if you can hear me. I
can hear you, but I don't know why I'm not seeing you.
Okay.
Okay, I can see you. Okay, it's all right. I can see you now.
Fantastic. So let's get straight to it. Now, the former governor of Kaduna State has been, up and about as regards this new, well, I call it coalition or merger, being put together to unseat the current administration and maybe not really out of context, but in his words, return the president back to Lagos. What's your take?
Well, thank you very much once more. Politics is a game of number. Politics is a game of strategy. And then political affairs and political affiliations are equally allowed all over the world, not only in Nigeria, like you rightly know. And then looking at what is happening right now, politically speaking, from political permutations, political calculations, political strategization, political linkages, I can tell you that so far so good. Nothing is indicating that power can be wrestled from the hands of APC as at this moment. If you look at the coalition, speaking of the coalition. He just finished talking with the secretary of SDP or so, and then the man said they are not in any coalition with any political party. And you know, you and I know, and every Nigerian know, the way as at this moment, SDP does not indicate anything or do not have the people that can wrestle power from APC as at this moment. Standing alone as SDP, they do not. And no Nigerian will deceive himself by saying that SDP has the power or the capacity. When I say capacity, the political sagacity, that is the people that can work with SDP as at this moment to take power from the ruling APC. Nothing, absolutely nothing is indicating that right now. And if anybody think there's anything, then he can bring it up for an argument. That is number one. Number two, if there's going to be a coalition, for example, which the SDP secretary has just refuted, if there were to be coalition, maybe, just maybe, depending on which political party and which political party are coming together to form the coalition. 2, 3, who are the players in the coalition that will determine that maybe can we begin to permutate whether there's a chance or not. But if you're looking at what happened just yesterday, the coming together, the APC National Summit that was held, you could see the political who and who of Nigeria being present in that place. And like the national chairman of APC was saying, the whole aim was bringing together the APC family and all others that whether were offended in one way or the other, or has one reason or the other to feel offended, they are bringing them back to begin to discuss the 2 years progress or 2 years so far of the APC leadership, of course, under the Bola Tinubu administration. And you heard the presentation and what everybody said. And looking at, like I said, the political juggernaut and people that the who is who of the political arena in the country that were assembled in that place, you can say that actually APC is working towards seriously, not just working, but is seriously working towards 2027 election. And again, with the declaration by the Governors Forum, the APC Governors Forum, the National Assembly, Senate, and the House of Representative members of the APC coming to make such a declaration. All the political party chairmen and stakeholders were there, and were all unanimously agreed with the declaration of the 2027 no vacancy for any other candidate in APC except the Southern President Bola Tinubu. You can easily conclude that the APC is working hard towards ensuring its continuity in 2027 election. But believe me, you and I and every Nigerian know right now that governors are already running from PDP to APC, senators are leaving APC to PDP, members House of Representatives are leaving APC to PDP, members of state assemblies are leaving APC to PDP to APC. Other Nigerians, other politicians are also decamping from state to state. And we know that politics is a game of number. So where will the number come from the way it is going that any other political party will think of beating the APC as at this moment? I did not see it. I am not envisaging it. From the way they are going, they did not indicate any interest of power to indicate that they are really willing to take this power from the political party APC. So far,
Dr. Aliyu, if you can hear me, Dr. Aliyu, you've made quite a couple of submissions, but just if you can hear me, you spoke largely on defections, and we'll go on a quick break, and when we return, we'll definitely pick up from there, because for some who are observers of all of this defection, many are asking what exactly is the objective of the defection? Could it be political? Could it be personal? Or could it be for the collective good? I mean, these are issues around it, and the issue of loyalty also comes to play. But we'll talk about this more once we return. Stay with us. Many thanks for staying with us. It's still Politics HQ on News Central Television, and I'm still, of course, with Dr. Auwal Abdullahi, the president of the Northern Consensus Movement of Nigeria. We're talking about permutations and what I call it defections and alliances ahead of 2027 polls. We're already seeing politicians and political parties, get already into the race. Well, Dr. Aliyu, you talked about defection, and you highlighted the fact that it's happening across strata, from governors to senators, local, politicians even at the grassroots level seem to leave, their party for the ruling party. And that brings the issue of personal interest, collective good, and even loyalty to play here. Is this really a win for the ruling party? Because we've seen this play out also in the past when PDP was in power. So is it truly a win for the ruling party, or should they be wary that maybe at the end of the day they might even absorb most?
Well, you see, you and I and every Nigerian know very well that politics is a game of number. And if politics is a game of number, and the APC is having that number, it means that the APC is working towards winning election in 2027. That's what it simply means. And don't forget, talking about this coalition of a thing, PDP denied going into any coalition. Labour Party denied going into any coalition. Right now, the Secretary of SDP has equally denied going into any coalition. We heard when the Peter Obi himself said he was not part of any coalition. So where is the coalition? Who are the people going into the coalition? Is it at the individual levels? If it is at the individual level, who are the individuals that are holding this coalition? If both Atiku, Peter Obi, or rather both Peter Obi and his party, and then SDP and their party, and then PDP itself deny going into any coalition, then who are the people holding the coalition? Who is in coalition with who? Is it at individual level or at the political level? If it is a political level, we know it is not visible. They all denied it. All the parties denied it that are supposed to be into the coalition. If it is even the individual, also Peter Obi didn't accept that he's part of any coalition. Possibly, yes, Atiku has been discussing coalition because he is the arrowhead. He was the one trying to form the coalition, but other members of the coalition, or rather expected members that are supposed to be part of the coalition are not accepting being part of the coalition. Then where is the coalition, or who is having the coalition? That is the challenge. Now, lately, there was this issue of members of the ACN saying that they were not part of the coalition. Also, different versions of the issue of coalition and political alliance and what have you, individual and in political setting. Everybody is denying this issue of coalition. Nobody is coming out to agree that he's part of it or speak for it. Rather, a lot of people were speaking against it so far, the major players. So who is going into this coalition, and how long will it take them to accept to work as a team before they can wrestle power from the APC? Don't forget, the APCs are the masters of coalition, because that was how the APC come into being, and that was how the APC wrestled power from PDP. When the APC started coalition, actually the PDP didn't take them serious because they were in power. But later on, the APC showed a master stroke by actually taking over power. And today, the APC are having 22 governors. 22
Dr. Ali, if you can hear me, all right. Let's move away slightly from the talks of the coalition and look, broadly at ahead of 2027, where, there are speculations that in terms of the permutation as to the dynamics the election might take. Some would make reference to the zoning, for instance, zoning formula, where some will tell you that maybe it's the turn of the South, to be president for maybe the next, 8 years. While some will say, look, things might change. While some are actually even reading it along tribal lines. I mean, from your perspective as a political observer, and of course the leader of an interest group, how do you think 2027 elections will go? In what dynamic? Do you think it will go along the usual zoning, tribal lines, or do you think that we might just see a flip of the coin, something out of the ordinary?
If speaking about leading 598 northern registered northern associations means that my interest naturally will be north and northern development, northern security, northern economic empowerment, northern educational empowerment, northern health development, northern infrastructural development. That is, of course, my major concern, and that is the concern of the coalition that formed the Northern Consensus Movement, 598 associations from the 19 northern states, and of course, Association of Northerners resident in the 17 southern states and the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja. Our interest is the development of North, the liberation of North, the independence of North, the economic independence and power of North, and all that I have mentioned in the past. So if that is the direction we are going to be looking at now, we are looking at regional interest, regional politics. You could say that North can decide to come from a block as we are moving to, of course, decide who becomes the next Nigeria's president, whether the APC continues or otherwise. But if you look at it critically, what matters to the North right now is security, economic empowerment, health, education, agricultural development, and overall peace and development. This is what concerns North and Northerners: cohesion, integration, peace, unity, security, economic empowerment, and development. If we could have that from anybody that will be nationalistic, Northerners are the owners of the power. Let me say this emphatically without missing word. We from the North are the owners of the power because we have the number. Politics is a game of number, and by the grace of God, we have the number, and we have the political know-how. We have the voters. Of course,
Dr. Aliyu, Dr. Aliyu, I'm sorry, I need to come in here. Dr. Aliyu, please listen. Please listen. You said Northerners, and you said it categorically, are the owners of the power because you have the numbers.
Yes.
But those numbers even have been disputed.
People are entitled to their opinion whether they will dispute it or otherwise. But you and I and every other Nigerian know very well that North is the political hub of Nigeria. North is the political decider of Nigeria. And then if you listen most recently, all the speakers have agreed. Even the Southerners and the Easterners and the Southwesterners agree that North is the political backbone of Nigeria. And it's only the North that decide who becomes Nigeria's president because we have the bulk vote. And from the way things are going right now, the North is not going to play regional politics, so to say. We are looking at playing a national politics where, because not alone, if we stand on our own, stand alone, we cannot produce a president. We have had this kind of situations in the past where we have a former President Muhammadu Buhari that has contested political office 2-3 times, and he has the 100% support of the North, yet he was unable to become Nigeria's president because only the North was voting for him and only the North stand for him politically. But this time around, for that reason, until when the other part of Nigeria decided to come together and join hands with the North, that Muhammadu Buhari was able to become the president. That simply means that yes, we have the number, we have the voters, but we alone cannot produce a president. That is to say, we need to bring we need to work along with other regions of Nigeria to be able to produce a president. That will make us nationalists. That will make us nationalistic in deciding who becomes Nigeria's president. And in any case, shifting from regional issues to national issues, President Muhammadu Buhari have already spent 8 years as president with the support of other regions of Nigeria. Now we are having another president taking this on the seat of power for 2 years, we are looking at what the next 2 years will look like. And of course, that is the deciding factor. But outside regional issue,
Dr. Aliyu, please
talking
listen.
of national issue, you will agree with me that politically right now, talking of politics now, we are shifting from regional matter and organizational matter, talking of national issue.
Okay,
national
Dr.
politics.
Aliyu, because we really need to go.
At this moment, APC is having the day.
Okay, because we really need to go, I just want to know your opinion on the former Vice President, Atiku Abubakar, if at all he chooses to run again. You said, I mean, you're a part of the North. You are the leader of a group that, of course, has pretty much large influence or large scope when it comes to membership in the North. And you have said, emphatically to a large extent, that the North, has the power. What do you make of the former Vice President, Atiku Abubakar? Should he choose to run again as president? Where do you think the position of the North will be?
You see, this is why I said North as Northerners have a future to look into, and also have a need to take a decision. I've just mentioned the needs and the wants of North and where the North are looking at. Now, if coincidentally North will not play regional politics and lose out at the end of the day, that will make the North to be backward continuously again. Now, talking that will be decided if possibly the former Vice President is able to gather his home, is able to put his arsenals together and put a structure that can. The Northerners will now look into and decide whether it is a way out or otherwise. Same goes to the other political parties, including the APC itself. If it is a goal, it's going to be a goal for the North or not. Because the issue is right now, like I said, I mentioned in the past, the PDP were part of the coalition. They denied being part of the coalition. Labour Party was supposed to be part of coalition. They denied being part of coalition. SDP is supposed to be part of coalition. They denied being part of coalition. Individuals are already denying being part of coalition. So who is the coalition? Is it the political parties that are doing the coalition, or the individuals that are doing the coalition? This comes to the issue of unity. It comes to the issue of numbers. And naturally, the North will have to calculate very well in taking a decision, so that the North will not take a decision that will backfire or boomerang later. Naturally, you could find a very good number of Northerners saying that it is going to be the North. The North, yes, the North is the deciding factor. The North is the political hope. The North is the political backbone, but also the North has a future to look into before taking a decision. This is it. So I am being very neutral. I'm being very objective in this presentation, so that, of course, different Northerners have their opinion, have their thinking. Again, I refer you back to the meeting, the APC summit of yesterday. You will see that a lot of people were, the number of people that attended that summit of yesterday from the North itself. You could see that the 80 or 70% of the participants at that summit of yesterday.
Dr. Aliyu, if you can hear me, I would, of course, like to appreciate you for your time on the program. It's been a good one having you. Dr. Auwal Abdullahi Aliyu is the president of the Northern Consensus Movement of Nigeria. Also, we had Rufus Aiyenigba, is the National Publicity Secretary of the SDP. He joined us earlier, on the program.